Hello everybody, this is Kysen here, and welcome to another episode here on our KysenKraft server. Now, you may notice there's a bit of a castle behind me and some other things that you haven't seen before, and that's because I'm actually going to be starting a new town. So let's have a little talk about that and a little look around what we're doing here. So I've got fly enabled so I can fly up and show you where we are. So first of all, I'm starting a new town because I wanted to do a different kind of theme to what I was doing in the desert town, and I want to go for like a medieval type of town. And I figured that it would be good to change now before I get too far into the series. So the other town is still there, still standing, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it at the moment. But we are now starting in a new one. So I'm gradually transferring all my things across, and I've got like a temporary sort of storage area here at the moment going on, and eventually obviously I'll have to get all of my things across. So this is where we're at, and I thought today would be a good idea to kind of go through the plans that I have for this town and get some of your thoughts and input on that. So at the moment we've got obviously a lot of animals stored around here. I want to do a lot of farming in this area, and it's at the moment it's just kind of temporary stuff. I rounded up like all the horses that were in the area. More have spawned and come across here since then, but yeah, at the time that was all of them. And got like cows, and I've got some food going on. Actually, the cow farm went really well. If I find in farming here, you see we've got loads of steak and leather, so that's awesome. And I've only done this in the last couple of days as well. You see I've flattened like a huge area as well, and I'll come on to that in a second. But first, obviously we got this castle here. So I figured it's a medieval town, you're going to need a castle, right? And it was a good place to kind of start. So I went for a bit of a different shape. Most castles are kind of square. I went for like an L-shaped sort of castle on this one, or maybe like an R shape, I guess, from this angle. And it was like kind of naturally there was a hill here, which I've obviously squared off since then. And I thought, well, what I'll do is I picked a level that made sense to flatten for the whole sort of town around here, but I left a bit of the hill, the original hill, in place for the castle, so it's kind of built onto that, which is why it's quite high up here. Like this ground is like here, whereas the wall on this side goes down a lot further. But anyway, I think there's a lot of potential to do some stuff with this. I see this as being maybe like a garden area where I can put some benches, maybe some fountains, maybe put some like fence around here. And if you stood up here, you could look out over to the ocean, and I reckon this would be a great spot to do a pirate ship in the future, somewhere in this ocean here, kind of docked offshore, and maybe do like a bit of a pier or something coming out. But the first thing is, I think this castle obviously needs a lot of stuff going on inside it. So if you have any thoughts about what might look good inside the castle, let me know. I have got some initial ideas, but I'm not going to say anything just yet because I don't want to put any ideas into your guys' heads. I'd like to see what you reckon would look cool in this area. So I want to build this up a bit and maybe have the castle as like the place that you spawn. Like once I start my town here, when you come to the town, this will be the place that you kind of appear. So that could be cool, I thought. But anyway, as I say, let me know your thoughts on that one. So then down here what I've done is I've kind of laid out a rough plan for the town. Now this will probably change, but at the moment it's just something to work with going forwards. So you'll see if I fly up a little bit, I've done these birch plank things here going down like this and like this. This is going to be the high street area. Now it's quite a big area for a street, but what I want to do is I want to put like trees either side, so there's like a row of trees going down this side, a row of trees going down that side, and then a nice like fancy road in the middle as the high street, you can see there. And then we'll have like roads and stuff branching off from that, and maybe like some little buildings along the high street as well, so sort of see how we go with that. But then I've got like things like this here, which will be, so this is like a walkway in between buildings and things like that. And I thought, if I show you guys this plan, then you can comment on that if you have any ideas or whatever. So down here, I was going to put a fishing spot, so build like a place where people can come and fish. Like it's going to be purely decorational because obviously everyone uses like auto fishers and stuff nowadays, mostly anyway. But it would look pretty cool, and we can maybe have like a little fish shop down here or something like that. Then over here, you'll see I've got a shopping district. Now the shopping district is going to be this area here, and also this area here with the walkway going down in the middle. So this will be like little town shops, little market trading areas, and I may even look to get villagers here, maybe. We're going to see how we go with that, but it's got potential to do that anyway. And then a bit out here, we are going to have a blacksmith, I thought. I think blacksmiths look great going near the water. And these areas are just very rough, it's not going to be this shape or necessarily this size, but it's just like an idea of, okay, somewhere around here we'll have a blacksmith. And I think having it near the water is a great idea. And in there we can have like places where people, anvils and things like that to repair tools. and maybe some like smelters and things like that in the blacksmiths. That'd be a cool little place there for town members, if I get any, which, you know, maybe I won't, but it'll still look good. And then I thought a farming area would look good around here. I really like this backdrop of the mountains. It's pretty awesome. I spent a little bit of time actually trying to find a nice area, and the mountain backdrop I thought would look really good. So I thought, yeah, farming here, because again, it's kind of near the river, and we could also like to do some farming on this side and then bridge over and do some more over here maybe. So there's a lot of potential for this whole region, which is what I love about this place. Now in here, this is going to be one of our most important buildings. See, it's going to be quite a big building. And I've got it down here. This is going to be the minecart station. So what I want to do is have this, obviously it's quite central, and build minecart going off to all different places. So there might be one that goes off to like a mining area, which would probably be over in the hills. Maybe one that goes over there to like a wood cutting area. Maybe over to like another part of town that's like a residential area where people can live a bit out of town. So like if we came over this way, there's a desert, so maybe we could build like a little desert town thing, and this is like the main town, and there's all kinds of stuff we can do with that basically. But yeah, so that'll be like the minecart station, the central place where people can come, get on the minecarts and go off to different places. So that is like the buildings I've laid out. I figured that was enough to be getting on with for now. There's quite a lot of building and episodes that will be required to get to that stage, and obviously I did want your guys' input, as I say. So yeah, that's where we're at basically. The town is obviously not looking very good at the moment. A lot needs to be done. By the way, this castle is by no means finished. The way I build these things, I always do them like this, where I've got the outline looking how I want it to look, and then I'm going to go around with like mossy bricks and cracked bricks and stairs and slabs, and like just chip away at it so it looks kind of run down and old and more realistic. This looks a little bit too sort of pristine, doesn't it, with all this stuff in place. Maybe put some like little windows going up the towers, put some banners on it. A town banner is a good idea actually. I need a town banner. If anyone wants to make a little banner up and submit that as a design, feel free, and if I like it, then it will be used as the official town banner. I'm going to keep the name as it was before, Karadazar, as suggested by Pingu, just on that note. But yeah, if you'd like to design that, feel free to have a go, and maybe I will use your design. But essentially I wanted to just do a little episode here, just to update you guys as to what's going on, and to ask you for any ideas or what you'd like to see me do basically from here with this sort of medieval town. One thing I haven't marked out is also I'll put walls like around the town. So obviously you can't really mark that out, but I'm going to look to do that at some stage. So yeah, you know, feel free to submit ideas on wall designs or building designs or anything you like really, guys. It's always nice to have you feel like you're a part of this, and most of you will know that if you submit a design or something, I do always try my best to incorporate it somewhere. And yeah, all ideas are welcome basically. So you're up to date with what's going to be going on. Just to say, this is a really busy time of year for me at the moment. So with recording, I'm going to do my best to keep up to date, but I've got some travelling that I'm doing over the Christmas period, and obviously it's Christmas, so you know, I'll do what I can. But yeah, we'll just see how that goes, and I'll try to keep up to date. But anyway, little update video, guys. As I say, please do let me know your thoughts and comments. But that'll be all for now. So as always, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.